Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last panel of She the People Screen Fest. This panel is all about breaking stereotypes on screen, and for that, we have with us two female characters who have done just that. First up, we have Sukirti Kandpal. You have seen her in shows like Dil Mil Gaye, Pyar Ki Ek Kahani, Big Boss, and now in a show called Story 9 Months Ki. We have with us Sukirti. Hi, Sukirti. How are you?
Hi, Ren, I'm good. How are you?
Tell us a bit about the character that you're playing in Stories 9 Months.
So, Story 9 Months Ki is a progressive story about Alia Shroff, who's this entrepreneur. She is the daughter of a business tycoon, but she goes ahead and she makes her own company. She works hard for it, and it becomes like a Fortune 500 company. But at the same time, Alia is really about breaking stereotypes. So she's not going to take her dad's money to actually make a business. She does it on her own. Then she realizes that the person, the partner that she has, he's actually cheating on her. So she divorces him. And beyond that, because she always wanted to be a mother, she actually does an IVF as a single mother from a donor. And her story is about her pregnancy, about a successful woman who always dreamt of being a mother because she didn't have a very good childhood, but she wants to live the childhood through her child. So how she doesn't really listen to what her dad says, or like what her mother-in-law says, that what will people say, and maybe you should just continue with your husband and stuff like that, and how she goes against that, and she really does something out of her own choice. So Alia is about vocalizing and doing your own thing, your own choice. It's about choices. So I think Alia represents the choice in women, which I think is present in all of us, and that's why I think she's not very stereotypical.
Hmm. Do you think a story about a single mom would have worked as well if it was done, let's say, 6 years earlier? And what do you think has changed now?
I don't think if it would have been done 5, 6 years earlier, it would have worked. Firstly, because this kind of content, I don't think in the Indian context, people are still open to see women in a certain form, or in a certain way. It's still very close that way. I feel there are a lot of people, especially in the urban areas, who accept this sort of an image, or if a girl is living that kind of lifestyle. But showing a show when you're a girl without a marriage has, I don't think it would have worked 6 to 8 years back, because I think there has been a transformation from 2010 to 21, where people have evolved a lot, especially when it comes to women, and not just about women but women's rights, and the kind of problems that we go through, like even the LGBT Act was recently taken away. So I think these kind of things are slowly and steadily being accepted. So I don't think it would have been accepted, I think it would have been controversial rather than accepted. But I think today, because of so many mediums, and women have also started vocalizing their problems and what they want to do, their aspirations. I get a lot of messages on my Instagram handle that a lot of women who are single or have done IVF, and they find it very inspirational. So I think today's time is so much better to open up, and I think we are in a day and age where women can actually say things and do things, and people might think that it's not right, but I don't think they are going to attack you over it either. So we're in the brink of a change and not a change, and I think that's the most difficult point. So I think today it's more acceptable for sure.
What characters did you grow up watching, and did you did you watch any characters on TV in particular that you were inspired by while growing up?
I think I grew up with a very sort of a Western image. I wouldn't say that, I used to watch Hindi mein, I think I used to watch Shri Krishna or something like that, or, but even in
So
those,
no Hindi TV serials.
no, there weren't. I remember watching Shanti when I was small, but Shanti was not a no, like she was not a damsel in distress. I remember watching that show. So I think I did have a lot of Western influences when I was being brought up, simply because of the fact that we were brought up in a convent, and they were all about the Western society. Although after a point of time we were into a lot of Prem Chandri Kahani and stuff like that, but I think my initial growing up, stages were in that. So I remember watching a lot of cartoons, to be honest, because we were not allowed to watch television. Uh, but I think most of whatever content I watched was Western. So in that, women are portrayed pretty differently. So I did not have a regressive sort
So,
of.
people
I
who are
remember
watching,
watching Mother India, but again, Mother India was not a weak woman. She actually shot her own son. I remember watching that film for some reason. But then again, Mother India was not a weak character. She was somebody who loses everything and she still brings up her children, and in adversity, she's there. And even when she has to take a hard decision. So, yeah, I mean, I watched that kind of stuff. So, yes, I
so
think
now
it
that
was
you
good.
are the one on screen, what would you
Hmm.
want women to take away from the characters that you play?
I think I would want all the girls to firstly accept themselves, however they are, physically, however whatever state you are in mentally, and to, I think, just be yourself, have your own personality, and shine through it. I think because all my characters have done that, and I think, valuing your own self would be my basic point to all the women, because a lot of time we are such givers, and we just want to do things for others. I think that's how we are told. No, no, make for everybody, do everything, which is nice. Even I do it at home, but I don't forget myself, and neither do my characters forget that you are somebody, you have done enough, and you don't need a stamp from society saying, okay, this is right and this is wrong. Because I personally also don't believe up in living up to standards that have been set by others, because I believe that if you're going to judge yourself from the eyes of someone else, you're always going to be a little lesser. And unfortunately, for the female sex in India, it's always been like that. Whatever we do is going to be lesser. So I think just be yourself, be confident, try to live up to your own dreams. And then when you're fully satisfied, when you're like happy, I think that's the time you can go and give that love and acceptance to someone else.
Like today's women are independent, most of them are working, especially the ones in living in urban areas. Do you think the television space is providing that representation to women, or still there is a scope to
I
do
think there
much
is a
more?
lag for sure in, I would say, 80% of the shows, and 20% try to live up to it. Because I think television as a medium has a lot of audience. So we just don't cater to urban. They're also catering to three tiers, villages, where I think people might not be that educated, or they have not opened up to that kind of mentality. So I think there is a lag, but again, change takes a lot of time, and I think we are on the dawn of that change. So we just, all of us just have to kind of push it, and I think 5 years down the line, all of us will be having a very different conversation. So I think there is that change, there is that representation, yes, but it is pretty less for sure.
What do you think people who are representing women on screen? Now, when I say people, I mean producers, directors, actors, scriptwriters, whosoever is involved in the filmmaking process need to understand about representing women on screen. What are the two, three things that they need to keep in their minds before, before portraying a character of a woman on screen?
I think they all need to keep in mind that as a medium, as an audiovisual medium, I think we have always, all audiovisual mediums are a medium of change. And that is why, whenever we have a social message, or we're talking about AIDS, or we're talking about coronavirus, or we're talking about polio, I think audiovisual aid has always reinforced a positive or a negative message. And it is up to us as performers, as producers, as people who put in money, to be responsible for the fact that whatever we are showing should benefit women, because there's a lot of women watching it, and it does affect us. So I think that social responsibility has to be a part of it, because I think as television, we are a medium of change. We always have been, a big news is announcements through the PM, or something really big is always announced in television, because that is the reach and that is the impact of television. So I think we need to take it a tad bit responsibly, and I think if we start taking that responsibility, we will be reaping bigger benefits, not just financially, but also socially.
Thank you so much, Sukirti, for joining us.
Thank you.
With me, we have Nimrat Kaur Aluwalia, who plays the role of Meher in Choti Sardani. Meher is a character which is immensely loved by everyone. So, Nimrit, I really want to know that why do you think that is? Why is Choti Sardani so popular?
Firstly, hi Raina, and thank you so much for having me over here and for constantly making me a part of all the discussions that you do. It's always a joy to kind of be back. Um, I don't know. I feel somewhere that probably Meher's character, people can really relate to it. Um, we've all all been in that situation in our families where our thought processes probably don't align with what our parents feel, what our grandparents feel, and the fact that she's such a strong girl, and maybe in times like today where feminists are really coming up, and conversations about equality and feminism are finally happening, and there's so much of change that we are seeing. I feel the relatability factor even increases. And somewhere I also
Mhm.
believe that this character is she's very headstrong and she's very honest and she sticks to her principles. So probably that is also one of the reasons why people love Choti Sadani so much.
So, was breaking stereotypes on screen easy for you? Did it come naturally? Are you like that in real life as well? I know you are.
It did come naturally to me, but I feel like somewhere that's never really the intention. Just because when you are that kind of a person, and you are too, and
Yeah.
we've seen each other way back, and how we've transformed over the years for the better, and we've become more vocal about our thought processes and what we feel is right and wrong. So when you're brought up like that, and I think we both are very grateful for our own set of parents who've actually given us that kind of upbringing, and given us that voice since the beginning. So when you're brought up like that, I feel you end up making choices like that, and you become very bold and fierce. In the process of it, you end up, in some ways, like you said, you end up breaking stereotypes. For me, having my first show and my first ever poster and a billboard that I saw was with a 7 month old baby bump. And that was the first for so many people. So many people rejected this particular role only because they were like, oh my God, I don't want to get stereotyped. And we would probably not want people to look at us as a mother. But I think being an actor is about just slipping into the character. And thanks to social media, there's an access that people have to who we really are. So I've never really been afraid of the stereotype that people may think comes in the way of things.
Mhm. Yeah. I wanted to know that can the multiple platforms save actors from typecasting that earlier happened कि अच्छा ये actor तो बस इसी type के ही role करता है, because now you have more opportunities as compared to what was earlier. So what has your experience been like?
Frankly speaking, I feel when you're the first generation in any profession, it's always harder because that's when you're figuring things out. And it's not just the entertainment industry, it's any industry for that matter. But I feel really, really blessed that I have stepped into industry at a point where, like you said, there are so many opportunities. The OTT is blooming. There's so many films that are being made for these platforms. So probably, it may not reach the big screen, but it's definitely going to reach the audiences. So I feel very happy. Also, I feel somewhere, the entertainment industry is so much about making big investments, but people are now placing their bets on talented actors, directors, writers. There's so much happening, there's so much content that's being generated that, like you said, there is opportunity for all of us. And somewhere I feel that, initially you would see TV actors only being limited to doing TV, but now the idea of stardom is also slowly getting dissolved. Uh, there is no like, oh my God. I mean, if you're
Hmm.
doing great work, no matter what platform it is, you can easily make the medium switch. So that is also a great thing, I feel.
Why do you think that we need more representation of women on screen, and why do we need to tell more stories of women?
I think, you know, ever since since for so many years, patriarchy has been fed into our brains, and it's not just been our interactions with our family members, but probably our workplace, probably the kind of content that we see, the way women are portrayed. And now that finally conversations are happening and change has started to happen, I think it's so much more important to even in the kind of cinema that there exists, there needs to be a shift. And I feel that art, whether it's music, whether it's performing arts, is a way of expression, and it's also a way of changing how people perceive things. So considering that it's such a such an important tool to use, and it can be used so well to bring about a change. I feel that it needs to happen in the right way, and so we should encourage content, where women are portrayed as strong individuals having a thought process of their own, and I think that will really change the course of things in the future.
What would you like women to take away from the characters that you play on screen?
Right, right. Well, first and foremost, I would just want, women to really take away from my particular character, the character that I'm playing right now, is that I would really want women to be more confident, especially taking a stand for themselves, even if it means, putting your foot down in front of your family, being I don't see it as a sign of rigidity, but finally being able to express themselves and being more vocal and being more strong-headed, because in the kind of society that we live in, if you don't take a stand for yourself, nobody else will, and that would be my takeaway. Like, I would want women to be more confident and be more strong, and yeah, just be out there.
Thank you so much, Nimrit, for joining us.
Thank you.
A big thank you to everyone who joined She the People Screen Fest today. Watch out this space for more.